Oh.
Hey, I'm Jonathan, and I'm hoping that was a really cool snippet of me doing the ace. I haven't recorded that part yet, so I don't know. But what I do know is that it'll be my very first round of disc golf. I've tried a lot of throwing on a plain field, and I've learned some basic skills or basic techniques, and that is great. But now it's like, I don't know what I don't know. You know, I need to try it for real. I just want to set it up a tiny bit. Firstly, why haven't I gone around? Mostly because of time is precious. The idea is to go around with 9 holes and to have Tomas show me tips and tricks along the way. Every course is different, I get that, but I'll try to make it as universal as I can. Maybe how to go about different distances, obstacles on the course, Mother Nature, etc. So you can apply these tips and tricks and make the most out of your round. What would be really good for me to score today? Like really good?
Really good.
Yes.
9 under, but it's impossible for you, I would say.
Okay.
So if you shoot at par, which is 27 shots on this 9-hole layout, that would be amazing. I have no clue actually, I mean, how good you are at putting or shots. And I have seen you drive on the field, you know, stances won't be the same. Maybe you have to kind of stretch out, make a sidearm or a pad and penning. I will show you later.
Yeah. I don't know every word there.
Hole 1 is kinda straightforward, besides some trees. Par 3, 272 feet, 83 meters.
This is a pretty easy hole. We're going to play the green layout, which is the easiest layout we have on this property.
It's a very easy hole, this.
No, I mean, you can mess it up, of course.
So I'm going with the fuse. It's good to have a tree that can sort of dampen the speed of the disc.
Aim slightly to the right of the basket, let it drop in.
Oh!
We are inside the circle, which means it's inside 10 meters from the basket. Then you can't step over your mini after you have putted.
Okay.
Which you did. So I give you a warning.
Hole 2 is even more straight than the first one, but with more trees. Par 3, 226 feet, 69 meters.
There's a lot of trees.
There's a lot of trees, it's a tunnel shot. You have to be accurate, that's the most important thing. It's better to miss on the left side because then you're not completely screwed, but if you miss on the right, you can see that it's a lot of trees. So stay on the fairway, just throw it straight.
Straight. Into the woods. What to do?
I used to think that if I make 10 shots out of this position into the small gap, how many will I make? And for you, I would say you will miss 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So the thing you have to do is actually do a pad and penning. You should have your right leg in front of you. So now you aim for almost the left side of the fairway to make a slight turn over to the right.
And now it's the
Slight.
hyzer.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any balance.
Hole 3, a very nice hole. Got some water going to avoid there. Par 3, 259 feet, 79 meters.
The only thing you have to actually think about is the water pond, which is surrounding the basket. You don't have any trees to hit or...
That's good.
So just try to lay it up before the water pond if you don't want to go for the basket, which is kind of difficult. Are you going for the basket?
I don't know, man.
All right, same. Okay, aim to the right and let it fade in. I said there were no trees on this hole, but you managed to find some.
Yeah.
Throw it hard enough to go over the water.
Yeah. I want to go for it, but I think that's a bad idea.
It is.
Should I be on the very outside of this?
Now you should take 3 steps or 1 meter in from the OB.
Now I should go for it, right?
Now you should go for it.
Wet.
Yeah, then you should. That's why we have a towel. Nice.
That seems a bit easier than what I just did.
Hole 4, more challenging now, it seems. Not as straightforward as the previous holes. A bit of an S shape here. Still par 3 though. 334 feet, 102 meters.
If you're gonna do it perfect, you can use a sidearm with an overstable disc that actually fades into the basket. Or you can hyzer flip it and go straight down the gut and have a putt. You guys should take it easy with the fuse. Try to hit the fairway like 50-60 meters out. And then make a good approach shot and then make the putt. Just flat and low.
No problem.
Whoa.
I'm playing like a game of pinball.
Yes!
What would you do, Tomas?
I would actually take my overstable driver and do something called a flick, which is a sidearm.
I'm gonna try the thing you said.
With a sidearm?
Yes. So I have the driver.
Yes.
Like that?
Yes.
Should I try to make it go straight? Or?
Straight, then the disc will actually fade by itself to the right.
There's a squirrel there. I can't throw them.
Okay.
Messing up my game. There's a perfect little area there, a tunnel.
Try the other to the left. You see a bigger tunnel.
Yeah.
You should always aim for the bigger gap.
Slight hyzer as well?
Slight anhyzer.
Anhyzer.
Yeah, okay. Slide.
Slide. Teeny tiny. I don't know where to stand. Is it the same stand as sort of a long shot here? Or is it more forward?
Yes, much more forward. Ooh. Oh.
I have sufficient amount of force. That's a really lame sentence. But I don't have the control. So I have an imbalance, it seems, of the control and the force. It feels like that.
Hole 5, par 3, 291 feet, 89 meters.
This is an anhyzer hole, it's a right turn to it. And for a righty, you should have a fuse in your bag, of course. And I'm gonna use my fuse. The problem with this hole is actually to find the right angle. Alright, your pitch shot was a bit too short.
Yes.
So now you have a really big anhyzer, so you should go high with the perfect angle and let it float out, and maybe you'll have a putt. Okay, Jonathan is ready for his approach shot. I think he almost hit me. Just aim for a chain link.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hole 6, very straight. Trees. Par 3, 206 feet, 63 meters.
Easy peasy, chip shot. It's you can't miss it pretty much, but I can. This is my nemesis.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible. And today was a good day.
Hole 7 is very bendy. Curvy here on the right. I have no idea what to do here. Par 3, 193 feet, 59 meters.
That's a smooth anhyzer with a mid-range. Because if you choose a putter, you will kind of, if you put it on a steep angle, it will kind of dive into the OB. Instead of with a mid-range, it will kind of start to fade out a little bit. Now it's just a pitch up to the basket. Oh, I had to.
There are some clips missing here, but that's okay, because I can honestly say that did I make it on this try? No, it took me 2 more tries. Did Tomas make it on his first try? Yeah. Hole 8, par 3, 318 feet, 97 meters. Very beautiful scenery here. Let's take a moment to enjoy it.
What happened with the pull or the follow through?
Greed.
Good, good. Give it some snap. It's gonna roll pretty good.
I wanted to do a roller there.
Yeah. Please don't hit me. There you go.
Hole 9 starts with a small hill, then straight forward, and ends with a slight left turn. Par 3, 278 feet, 85 meters.
Kind of easy if you're
Not Jonathan.
not, but if you just throw it straight with a kind of a fatter driver, you can actually reach it with a mid-range, but then you have to be more advanced. So just throw it straight with your Saint and let it fade a little bit. Yeah, go in the big gap
Big gap. And hoping
between
for
the birch and the pine.
Okay.
For par, the last hole, will he make his first par ever on a disc golf course? Yes!
I don't even know my final score. I aimed for 27 and now we have...
It's kind of easy to go out on a field like we did. I showed you the grip and how to, you know, the stance. But then you go out on a course, you stand on a tee pad, and you suddenly your brain is kind of collecting information. Okay, this is a hole I have to hit or whatever. Instead of just focusing on, okay, I guess I'm gonna pull the disc, I'm gonna make a nice follow through.
Because I focus a lot of, like, I need to get this disc as close as possible to the basket. I get that's the whole point.
Yes.
I just focused on it as too much because I was like, I need to rip
You
every
wanted
shot
to you know, throw your, you wanted to rip it, like, you know, and suddenly you were back to basic. Told me under the round that your shoulder was hurt.
Yep, it's hurting.
We have a lot more to do.
To sort of summarize, I had a really good time, and I think that's the most important part of the sport.
Yeah.
And we'd like to know your first experience playing around. If you comment down below, and if you like this video, please give it some love, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel, and take care.